What's going on, y'all? It's Fuji. I'm just giving you a little video out here just to show you my keybinds that I find pretty comfortable. I kind of find the default keybinds for new players kind of just very uncomfortable to say. It's really hard to get used to what the movement's like in the game when you have those default keybinds, especially when talking about leaning with Q and E while still having to move with W, A, S, and D. It's like too much things to have to do, and it'll take away from your movement and kind of give you that 1 second of just motionless. And that 1 second can mean life or death when in the middle of a raid in an intense PvP action. Before I continue further with the video, I just wanted to say that if this video helpful to you at all, make sure you leave a like and consider subscribing for more content from me. We're over here with 215 subscribers on the channel. I give out more guides like this and tips and tricks, as well as other just kind of highlight moments and funny moments that I have when I'm playing the game. I also upload other games, or planning to at least. Planning to upload other games on my channel in the near future, so be on the lookout for that. But if you're trying to help your boy grow with the channel, be my guest, but if not, it's all good, brother. Anyway, back to the video. All right, so I'm just gonna go quickly through my keybinds here and just show you all in one shot. I'll go slow so you can see it all, and then I'll talk about the main things out of all my keybinds that'll be a big change from the default. All right, now that you got that down, I'm going to discuss some of the changes that I made from the default keybinds. One of the main things that you can see here is that I changed my lean left and my lean right to C and V. If you come from Rainbow Six Siege on PC like I do, C and V is kind of a common thing to do for your lean instead of having it on Q and E. It allows for you to be more fluid with your movement while walking with W, A, S, and D, so you don't have to lift up any of your fingers from there and just use your thumb for C and V for leaning. I find it very comfortable, and it's something you should try out. I honestly think this will help you. If you're pretty new to the game, it'll give you more of a fluid movement with your game, and you get to practice that way instead of having to be more like a bot-like movement, in my opinion. So try it if you want to, and let me know if it helps. I want to discuss the free look. I have it on mouse wheel down, so whenever I'm sprinting around doorways or any big open area, I'm always using my free look to look around while sprinting where I need to go, just to gather information, see if I see anything I wouldn't have seen if I wasn't looking with my free look. It's pretty helpful when having to gather information. Say you're going inside dorms and you're trying to run across that first floor dorm on 3-story. You get that information to see if anyone's peeking long or not, which is a good example that you will genuinely always have to deal with whenever you're having to go into dorms. Another change that I made to my keybinds, which is just kind of a more helpful kind of keybind, is making your check time and exits the same button on O, and making one press and the other one release. So when you click that key, it'll open up your time and your exits at the same exact time, and you won't have to do a double click or anything like that. Just save you the time. A big change that I made to my game is changing my tactical devices to Q, to press and double click. I press Q to turn on my flashlight. Whenever I want to change it to the laser or the laser with the flashlight, I just double click Q. Instead of having to go through Alt T and going through this whole big motion of trying to change your laser and all this stuff, double click Q is the easiest thing I found, and probably the most comfortable thing since I took off the lean off of Q and E. If taking off lean from Q and E frees up that stuff and gives you that option to put your tactical device on Q, which I find a big help when trying to be fluid with your movement. Another big thing that I changed with my keybinds is keeping my weapon reload to R as just a release, but making my emergency weapon reload, instead of double click R, to double click left control. So when I really do mean to emergency weapon reload, I click that left control instead of double clicking R on accident, which most people do, honestly. Another keybind that'll probably be helpful for you is a drop backpack on double click Z. I don't put it on single click just in case I accidentally fat finger and just click it whenever I'm trying to prone, since my prone's X. But double clicking Z is a pretty easy and quick keybind to have, especially when you need to drop it off before a PvP fight goes down. as a backpack will leave you pretty heavy, especially if you have a lot of loot in there. Another thing to talk about is that my check ammo is still T left alt, which is default, but I set that on my mouse, and I recommend if you have a Logitech mouse like I, use your Logitech G Hub and set up some macros, because I have my crouch on my mouse as well as my grenade and my VoIP, so I don't have to do any of this extra clicking while trying to play the game, trying to VoIP, trying to pull a pin on a nade. Although G is pretty relatively easy, but clicking my mouse button for a grenade's easy for me. And lastly, I got two keybinds here that are pretty massive in helping you play the game. I have my discard as tilde, which is right next to the number 1 key. And this allows you to be more quick within your inventory. Instead of having to right click on every single thing to discard, you can just click that left tilde and just spam it out as whatever you need to click off your inventory. Just hover, click, hover, click, hover, click. Pretty simple, for being honest. And is a pretty massive change. But this last keybind that I'm about to talk here is something pretty massive. I have my hold breath as right mouse button release. Since I have my aiming set to toggle, I'll just click my toggle aim, let it go, and it'll automatically hold breath. This is something that you might not even know that you could have even done, but I'd highly recommend that you use this. It's something that it's saved me multiple times, not having the left alt, already having my gun ready, held breath to get that first quick shot on a head from however far away. It's something that'll save your life plenty of times, and I highly recommend it. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I have a couple phrases here that I have set. You can set them up in the phrases here. Just be able to be a little rat, you know what I mean? Talk with their PMC voice instead of having to VoIP. Something you can do, pretty fun. You get to kind of cheese out with the voices. But that's pretty much it for this video. As I've said before, if this video was helpful to you anyway, please make sure to subscribe. I'm just trying to grow this channel here and be more consistent, and be sure to leave a like on the video. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. Take care and peace.